The last couple of weeks have been quite a ride.
No grave immediate threat here.
Really hope everyone's doing okay and taking care. Before I get into this PS5 Pro thoughts video, I want to just say kind of a blanket statement for this channel. This is a place where I want decency to be promoted. Too much gaming content is just filled with reactionary hate, with little to no thought or time put into fleshing out a well-reasoned argument. I want this channel to analyze, enjoy, critique, and celebrate games. I'm not saying there's no room for negative discourse about certain games, but what I won't stand for is quickly typed nonsense that has nothing to add to the conversation. I'll put it this way. If you've ever found yourself compelled to comment that a game is, quote, woke because it has a protagonist who doesn't look like you, I can assure you this channel is not for you. And any kind of hateful comments towards others that have to do with something that the other person cannot control won't be tolerated. You can say all the things you want about me, but please don't be hateful to others or devs here. Alright, let's talk about the PS5 Pro. Look, there's no need to drag this out. I would just say do not buy this console. And you might be wondering, why on earth did you buy it then? Well, it's been kind of a soft tradition in the last couple of console cycles that when the updated model comes out, I buy it and then I sell my old console to a friend of mine. So that's what I did. And look, I was really underwhelmed with that PS5 Pro announcement video, but I said, what the heck, we're doing this. I'd really like my friend to have a PS5. And quite honestly, it might be the most useless piece of tech that I have ever purchased. For now. I'm not saying things can't change. So let me just go through a couple of notes I had and touch on the good, bad, and ugly of what I've played. No disk drive is insane. And look, I buy all my games digitally, so it's like I don't even have that much of a stake in this. But I think if you're selling a Pro model and does not include something that a non-Pro model had is crazy to me. No vertical stand. Again, my base PS5 came with a vertical stand. It's wild that it doesn't come with that. They want you to pay more for a Pro model that comes with less. One of the big things that I kind of thought might be fixed with a Pro model is there's still coil whine. And some people get it, some people don't, and maybe I'm just unlucky, but that's not even fixed. All right, so let's get on to one of the big staple features of it, this PSSR. So this is PlayStation's kind of upscaling solution, and they said, you know, this can be applied to PS4 games. There's even like a new setting where you can say, yeah, apply this to PS4 games and make them look a little bit better. Now, I was never under the impression that you would get like Bloodborne running in 4K 60 FPS with this, but I figured I would maybe notice something. And to be honest, I have noticed nothing. I've tried Arkham Knight, I tried Bloodborne, and they look no different. I mean, maybe, you know, I know Digital Foundry has done a lot of these videos, so if you really want that in-depth stuff, please go check them out. But yeah, it's super minimal. And also just on that note, I'm so annoyed by all the 4K smoke and mirrors. You know, these console makers, PlayStation, Xbox 2, have been saying like, yeah, 4K gaming, 4K this. And now we're kind of just now realizing that, oh, we haven't been getting true 4K because what's going on here is a lot of games are getting updates to both the performance mode and the fidelity mode. And you'd think, okay, so can we run 4K at 60 frames per second? Well, kind of. You can run a lot of games now, and I'll get into that in a second, in the fidelity mode, but it's running at 60 frames per second, and that's kind of the new performance mode. The fidelity mode or the quality mode still remains, and now what they say is it's running at a true 4K. It's not upscaling from a lower resolution. And I'm just like, what have we been doing this whole time? Are we just like, we're just lying about things, you know? We're just like, yeah, it runs at 4K. So I guess now we actually are getting 4K. Who knows? Maybe with the PS6 they'll say, yeah, that actually wasn't 4K either. Now you're getting 4K. So it's kind of just confusing and annoying. Okay, so let's get into some of the games. First up, I tried out Hogwarts. Really nice. It seems to run a lot smoother. The fidelity with ray tracing looks really solid. I think the ray tracing is a lot more clear because there was a ray tracing mode even on the base PS5, which looked really good. But I'm getting a little bit of higher frame rates. Nothing crazy. I'm not up to 60, but I do feel like it's going between like 30 and 40, which is cool with me. The performance mode too, it looks like it's, you know, benefiting from that a little bit of a upscale quality jump. So you know, that's really good. Another one that I was really impressed with is Lords of the Fallen, and shout out to Lords of the Fallen for just continually adding stuff to this game. Like, I'm so happy that game has done as well as it has, and they've done a great job supporting it. The 60 FPS mode looks sharp at 60 FPS. And then they, again, still have the quality mode that it's now running at a true 4K. That looks good too, but I'll be staying on performance for that. And it looks sharp. It's just really impressive. Jedi Survivor is exciting. It runs much better. I usually play that game in quality because of the photo mode, and it looks really good. I mean, it is just like kind of mind-boggling how high definition it is. Like, so the quality again is now at a true 4K. So they say, well, who knows? But apparently quality mode is running at a native 4K and it looks good. I mean, I was walking around Coruscant, I was just like, wow. And it didn't feel like it was dipping frames. I didn't test it too thoroughly, but I was really impressed. Performance mode also looks really sharp. I'm still going to be playing on quality because it runs well and it looks unbelievably good. But yeah, good news for both sides. I've been playing a lot of Dragon Age Veilguard. The quality mode runs much better. I'm getting between 30 and 40 frames. A lot of time it is at about like the 40 FPS mark, which is really nice. It's sharp, it looks good. The ray tracing is much more improved. I actually just said in my Dragon Age photo mode video that the ray trace like reflections on water weren't active everywhere. So I said in that video, like, yeah, play on performance mode. It's not doing that much. With the PS5 Pro, it really seems like they've upped the ante. I mean, the ray traced water is pretty much active everywhere. I don't think I've found a single spot where it's not. It looks really good. It runs well. Loving it. Performance mode has some weird shimmering going on, and I'll get into that a little bit more later with another game. But I booted up Baldur's Gate because one of my big complaints with that game is that it just has like a screen tear at the bottom on consoles at least. And it bugged me to no end because it was just this constant screen tear. It does seem like it's less so in quality mode, which is fine, and you don't really need high frame rates for Baldur's Gate, so that's good. But on performance mode, it still has this massive tear at the bottom of the screen. I don't know why they haven't fixed this, and I can't believe a lot of things like that have not been fixed since launch. So now on to the most disappointing game I tried of all. Star Wars Outlaws is wrecked. And I love Star Wars Outlaws. I did a whole video gushing about it. I had a great time with that game. I was really excited to jump back in just to, get the platinum and then jump in the DLC. It is so bad right now. It is like one of the worst things I've ever had to look at on it, especially the planet Akiva. It looks so bad. I've got footage here. Like the shimmering, things are popping in and out. PSSR is just trying to like upscale and it is not working. And what sucks about this is the PS5 Pro, you can't choose quality or performance. There's no option anymore because I'm like, screw it. Like I would just go back to quality mode. Just give me the lower frames, but keep the fidelity looking good. It is a blurry mess. PSSR is not helping. The grass and water look so bad. It's just shocking. And this kind of brings me just to my closing point of, I don't think a pro product should in any way, shape, or form, I don't care if it's one game or 100 games, nothing should be worse about the PS5 Pro. Nothing. And on the PS4 Pro, when I got that, nothing was worse. Everything was better. Everything I tried was better. Star Wars Outlaws objectively looks worse on a pro model that costs $700 than it does on a base model. That blows my mind, and I'm sure they will fix it, but frankly, 1 second of lower quality on a product that costs what it does is really disturbing. And so I would just say, as of right now, I would not recommend this to anyone. In fact, I wouldn't even recommend it. Like if you could choose which one to get, I would say get the base PS5. Like it's running games better as it is. I'm hoping a lot of this gets worked out, but frankly I don't think they should have released this, and it feels really useless as it stands. So yep, that's just kind of like my general take on it. If you're playing some games and you're having fun, that's great. I don't want to take that away from anyone, but yeah, my experience has been a little bit negative, but that's just based on the games that I've chosen to play. And so let me know what you think. Have you picked it up? Or are you thinking about picking it up? Till next time.